Imagine being able to pick up any book, read it, and remember almost everything from it. Most importantly, imagine being able to recall quickly information from the books you've read throughout your life.
Honey, but it's late for you to do this.
You know, as George Eliot said, it's never too late to be what you might have been. I recently read the book called The Power of Now, and my favorite quote is, "Where's the anger, there's always pain underneath." Seems like a superpower, but in reality there is some people who's able to read super consciously and get the most out of a book. I really wanted to be like them, so I learned their secrets and I'm ready to share with you. If you think it's all about how good your memory is, I don't want to disappoint you, but it's not. It's about how you work with the book or how you read it. There is not much of a point of reading a non-fiction book, especially about personal development, if you're not able to absorb it and implement into your life. Simply doesn't make sense. That's why I'm here to help you, and let's get straight into this. So tip number 1. Once you've purchased a book and you actually became an owner of it, you should communicate with the book. How? By making an annotation in it. Please don't freak out about marking a book. You're not destroying it, you're helping yourself to receive information straight into your brain, which is the main purpose of the book, right? But if you still feel bad about it, picture it as having dialogue with an author. And this communication is so real and so natural that while you're reading, you have a lot of inspiration and new thoughts. This brings us to another tip. Annotate your book in the best way. You know, there is a very tricky moment in here. Sometimes your own system of annotating the book can be so time and energy consuming that in order not to do this, we try to avoid even reading itself, which is definitely not the purpose of this video, and I don't want you to do this. But when you annotate your book correctly, in the best way, your reading skills will be enhanced. So what is the best way to annotate the book? Let me show you. Let's prepare materials that you need first. Sticky tabs, a pen, notes, a hard bookmark, and a highlighter. As an example, I'm gonna use the Harry Potter book because currently I'm reading exactly this book and I really enjoy it. So, step number 1, you need to use a pen, a hard bookmark, and the sticky tab to highlight everything that stood up to you that you need to memorize and you would like to memorize. Personally, I think it's better to have a hard bookmark just because when you want to highlight something, I think carrying a ruler with you everywhere is a little bit too much. So you just put the hard bookmark and underline anything that you would like to underline with a pen. So it's very eye-pleasing because the lines are so straight and I like it much more. So for me, hard bookmark is a definitely saver. Then my recommendation goes to put any personal details or feedback or emotions just above or under this thought that you would like to memorize. And these actions allows you to keep good connection between author's thoughts and your personal thoughts, so that's why you linked these two thoughts and it's easier for you to memorize it. In order not to destroy your book, I recommend you to take a note, sticky note, write down your thoughts and then stick to your book, so it will stay like this forever, but you're not gonna destroy your book, so there's nothing to be scared about. Step number 2, I want you to flip open to the very end of the book, where usually there is some empty pages where you can write down any thoughts that you have. And I want you to summarize or every chapter of the book if it's necessary, or just important moments from this book. Use really brief notes, very important quotes, really short information. So in this case, the chances that you're gonna memorize it is 3 times higher. So it goes like this. This is my personal example. And basically that's it. You've done your work. And honestly, annotating the book has elevated my reading skill to astronomical levels. You understand the book much better. You feel so connected to the author. That's why your reading skills are enhanced. And you have kind of exchanged with the mindset of the author, so the memorization process works pretty much good. So this is the basic. Let me know what you think under this video and see you in the next one.